Hey, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. I just got done with a training session here with a guy who's come in for some private lessons. And I wanted to share a little tidbit about training. Again, now we're in the martial domain because we're working primarily boxing in this training week. And as I was training, I'm training this other human being, I'm training this other person, but I'm also training myself and, training my body to move in certain ways. And it occurred to me, and I thought I'd share that one aspect of training things physically is there seems to be a necessity for soaking, something I'm calling soaking, which is to say that spend some time repeating the training over and over and over and over and over and over again while you're trying to improve. And the reason you have to do this is because the nervous system seems to learn things slowly and it needs time for the knowledge. In this case, it's about physical movement. You have to, as if, burn in new neural pathways, and that does not happen with just one repetition. It just needs this over and over and over and over and repeat and repeat and repeat and repeat and repeat. And the thing that struck me to communicate to you that I think is valuable as well is certain skills cannot be had without that work. Certain skills you will not get without the repetition, without hitting it again and again and again and again and again. It's just there's a threshold of availability, and if you only do things so much, you never break through that wall. So if you're looking for breakthroughs in your learning, looking for breakthroughs in your physical training, you have to do the repetition. You have to put in the work, because it does seem like certain discoveries are only available after that. Now, one trap here that I also want to acknowledge and bring in so that it empowers you more is you cannot just repeat things and think that, because somebody said if you repeat things, you'll get better. No, you have to repeat things. You've got to do a lot of work repeating, and while you're repeating, you are constantly trying to get better, which is to say, and I'm sure I've probably touched on this in another video, you have to make corrections, which is to say your training has to keep changing and evolving over time, because if you do the same thing for 20 years, you will get really good at doing the same thing for 20 years. If you are improving for 20 years, you're not doing the same thing after 20 years that you were doing before. Maybe it's like, using the martial domain, maybe it's the same movement. Like a black belt in Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu has a triangle choke. It's a certain technique, called a triangle choke, whatever. You take certain shapes with your legs and it cuts off the blood supply. You get one shoulder in there and then you get your leg across the other and they pass out, these kinds of things. Same technique, but not the same technique. A white belt doing the technique is going to feel very different than a black belt in this domain, right? And so that's what I'm saying with this repetition. So you can take that, use it for yourself, use it in your training. Remember that there's only certain things available if you put in the work and the effort and then trying to improve. Otherwise, things will remain the same. Okay? So that's it. A little tidbit on physical training, a little idea, a little something for you. I hope you're doing well out there. Thanks very much. If you want to get serious, come to a workshop. They're very serious events and worth it. If not, check the links in the description. Otherwise, check the links in the description. It's all there. Ask me a question on my forum. That's it. Thanks. I'm Brendan Lee with Consciousness and Skill Worldwide, which is founded by Peter Ralston. Take care. Till next time. Do good work.